I've already been the undisputed champion. I've won every single belt there is to win. I've got nothing more to do. I am out. Fully retired. Done. I have to train every day. So is there ever going to be a right moment to let this go? Like, I'm boxing today for no reasons, for no gain, for no goals. So it's like I'm treading water, and until I meet someone who's very hungry, who's not treading water, who's doing it because they need to put food in their kids' stomach and pay their bills.
Is a decision that will provide combat enthusiasts whiplash the unbeaten heavyweight champion of the WBC, who withstood a furious blow from Deontay Wilder and came out on top, has now made a shocking revelation. He's going to retire. That's right, people, the heavyweight division is in complete disarray as the Gypsy King has put up his gloves. For years, Fury has been trailed by rumors of retirement, much like a Slavic dog. This time, it seems to be permanent. The guy who overcame personal problems and emerged as heavyweight royalty has made the decision to leave the squared circle. He exceeded expectations at every turn. Remain still. Have we not been here previously? Although Fury has a history of flirting with retirement, this seems different. This seems to be the end. His eyes used to flame so fiercely, but now there appears to be less fire and more happiness. For whatever reason, maybe the thrill of the hunt has worn off and the task is no longer as exciting. A huge monkey wrench, no, a King Kong-sized wrench, is thrown into the heavyweight championship situation by Yuri's retirement, just as Anthony Joshua was getting ready to challenge for the undisputed crown. The largest thing standing in his way is no longer there. The loss of Fury will cause a seismic shift and a hotly disputed power vacuum. Joshua now has a clean route and a chance to compete at heavyweight thanks to this abrupt exit. Joshua has been outclassed twice by Glory Usyk, a tactical chess master, but without Fury in the mix, AJ feels less intimidated by the heavyweight class. The spotlight is now on him to take advantage of this unexpected chance and establish himself as the undisputed heavyweight champion. But let's not overlook the legacy of the guy who just left, love him or loathe him. And there was enough of both in Tyson from his early days as a brazen, unconventional contender to his epic battles with Deontay Wilder. Fury defied expectations at every turn. He battled through weight struggles and a protracted hiatus to reclaim his throne as the heavyweight king. His trilogy with Wilder is the stuff of legends. 2 fights ended in dramatic draws that were a testament to both fighters' tenacity and, in the end, a dominant knockout that silenced doubters forever. Fury's footwork was a marvel. His jab was a piston, and his uppercut could fell an ox. Fury brought a unique combination of SI speed and power that made him a nightmare for any opponent. However, Fury was more than just brute force. He was a showman. His extravagant Rolls-Royce entrances, his absurd assertions made at news conferences before to fights, and his post-fight serenades being a performer as much as a fighter, Fury revived the swagger and bravado of a sport that was sometimes mired in technical minutiae. What effect will Fury's retirement have on the heavyweight class, then? Is everyone now free for all? With his powerful right hand, can Deontay Wilder make a comeback? Does this mean that a new young gun will emerge? Do inquiries resemble agitated bees in a hornet's colony? There's no denying that boxing will miss Tyson. There is a gap in terms of competence as well as plain entertainment value because of Fury's exuberant nature and retirement. Fury was a movie office hit and a certain hit with the masses. Will this time retirement last? Perhaps in due time, but one thing is certain, Tyson is one of the finest heavyweights of his age. Fury will always be remembered for his battles, which have made an enduring impression on the sport and will be watched and discussed for years to come. Even though Gypsy King has hung up his gloves, there are still many unanswered questions in the heavyweight category, a bright future, and an impending struggle for unchallenged supremacy. Fans of heavyweight fighting, buckle up. This is about to get crazy.
I'd like to fight Tyson Fury.
Or who?
Or Hergovich.
100% Tyson Fury, but I'm not dodging Hergovich, by the way.
They said Fury, yeah? Well, the ball's in his court. I would 100% be honoured to compete for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. I stand here and I say that proudly. That would be an honour. So, wherever you are, if you're listening, you know my management, you know my promoter. We've had dialect before, so let's continue this and hopefully we can get this on sooner than later. We ain't getting any younger.
The boxing community is still in shock over Tyson. Conspiracy theories surrounding Fury's shocking retirement announcement are rampant, with whispers pointing to a cunning move rather than a sincere want to resign. The guy who many think Fury was purposefully avoiding, Anthony Joshua, is engaging in a fascinating mental chess match that is skillfully stoking rumors. With a playful twinkle in his eye, Joshua said in a recent interview, "Since retirement has always been a part of Tyson's act, let's face it, this seems more convenient." Would you not think that there is a hint of suspicion in Joshua's words? He admits that Fury has dabbled with retirement in the past, but it's hard to ignore the timing of this declaration. Wouldn't you think that, leading up to what might be a spectacular bout between the two heavyweight titans, Joshua's remarks are tinged with doubt that he instilled in the ring? Joshua keeps on, a lighthearted grin teasing his lips. Perhaps, deep down, all that negative criticism about the KO artist finally got to him. Perhaps Tyson was aware of my firepower and knew he couldn't handle it. Joshua is quite serious, most likely not. He respects Fury as a fighter and acknowledges his abilities and accomplishments throughout the course of his career. His remarks also have a purposeful edge, as they are a well-timed remark intended to stir up controversy in the boxing community and raise questions about Fury's intentions. There's always a possibility, of course. All of this is a huge spectacle. Joshua gives in and gives the camera a wink. Perhaps Tyson is only laying the groundwork for a spectacular comeback in the future, after everyone has forgotten about him. Beneath the lighthearted jabs, you recognize the iconic Fury return tour. A trace of sincere disappointment is there. After all, Joshua has been practicing in the gym non-stop, envisioning that this bout against Fury would be the last test, a chance to quiet his detractors and establish himself as the undisputed heavyweight champion. So if this is indeed the last time Fury fights, then respect, Joshua replies, his voice becoming serious, that the heavyweight division would miss him and that he is a fantastic fighter and showman. But if there's even the slightest possibility that he is kidding, enter the ring. Let's finally put an end to this, Tyson. Whether Fury's retirement was a calculated move or not, Joshua has come out on top in the eyes of the public. He has shown confidence, maintained his reputation, and even appeared to get under Fury's skin. However, his challenges are far from over. Alexander Usyk, the accomplished southpaw who defeated Joshua twice before, is still a formidable opponent, but AJ faces a less intimidating task in the absence of Fury's unconventional approach and superior boxing knowledge. There's a ravenous beast out there outside the US heavyweight class, and more competitors will surely come up. Theon Wilder, who is renowned for his lethal right hand, may make a surprise appearance. Joe Joyce and Filip Hrgović, two up-and-coming talents, may potentially compete for a position at the top. Joshua, however, doesn't appear to be fazed by the opposition. The heavyweight class is never predictable. Joshua says, "I'm not going to look past any of the talented fighters out there. I'm focused on myself, getting back into the ring, and proving myself. I'm resolved to seize this new chapter and chance to the fullest." Joshua has spent the last year perfecting his technique and improving his footwork, demonstrating his unwavering drive. He is driven to establish his worth, not just to those who question him, but also to himself. Although Fury's retirement left a gap, it also presented a chance. There are many contenders in the heavyweight class, and the competition for unchallenged supremacy is about to heat up.
I'm still dismissive of him. Styles make fights, and my style for him is kryptonite. You know, I've always said AJ's built to measure for me, and just because he knocked out that guy with a right hand, it's not the same. Boxing's different, you know. Styles make fights. We've seen he couldn't land any of those right hands on Usyk. A way smaller man, a lighter man. Boxing is a very difficult game. It's changing all the time. Styles make fights, and his style is made for me. When I've got through with a rabbit, then we go down for AJ.
The boxing community is still in shock over Tyson. Conspiracy theories abound in response to Fury's shocking retirement announcement. Rumors point more toward a cunning plan than a sincere want to back off. The guy who many think Fury was purposefully avoiding, Anthony Joshua, is engaging in a fascinating mental chess match that is skillfully stoking rumors. In a recent interview, Joshua mentioned having a playful sparkle in his eye. Since retirement has always been a part of Tyson's act, let's face it, this seems more convenient. Would you not think that there is a hint of suspicion in Joshua's words? He admits that Fury has dabbled with retirement in the past, but it's hard to ignore the timing of this declaration. It happens just before what might have been a historic bout between the two heavyweight titans that would have rocked the boxing world. Perhaps, deep down, all that negative criticism about the KO artist finally got to him. Perhaps Tyson knew he wouldn't be able to withstand my firepower. Joshua is fully serious and likely not a respectful opponent who respects Fury's abilities and accomplishments over the course of his career, but there's also a purposeful edge to his remarks, a well-timed jab intended to stir up controversy in the boxing world and sow doubt about Fury's intentions. Naturally, there is always a possibility. All of this is a huge spectacle. Joshua gives in and gives the camera a wink. Perhaps Tyson is only laying the groundwork for a spectacular comeback in the future after everyone has forgotten about him. Beneath the lighthearted jabs, you recognize the iconic Fury return tour. A trace of sincere disappointment is there. After all, Joshua has been practicing in the gym non-stop, perfecting his craft, and envisioning this exact moment. Taking on Fury would be the ultimate test, a chance for Joshua to quiet his detractors and establish himself as the heavyweight champion for all time. Look, show some respect if this is indeed Fury's last moment, Joshua says, becoming serious in tone. The heavyweight class will miss having such a fantastic warrior and showman, but if there's even a remote possibility that he's bluffing, enter the ring. Let's resolve this once and for all, Tyson. Joshua has become the apparent victor in the eyes of the public, regardless of whether Fury's retirement is a sincere or calculated decision. Now that he's succeeded in projecting confidence, maintaining his reputation, and even getting under Fury's skin, it seems that everyone is focused on Anthony. Joshua's route to become the undisputed heavyweight champion is more obvious now that Fury is out of the equation. Joshua still has a long way to go. Though Fury's unconventional style and elite boxing IQ aren't present, Alexander Usyk, the talented southpaw who defeated Joshua twice before, still poses a serious threat to AJ. The heavyweight class is ravenous after Usyk, and more competitors will surely follow. Deontay Wilder, who is renowned for his deadly right hand, may make a surprise appearance. Joe Joyce and Filip Hrgović, two up-and-coming talents, may potentially compete for a position at the top. Joshua, however, doesn't appear to be fazed by the opposition. The heavyweight class is never predictable. Joshua says, "I'm not going to look past any of the talented fighters out there. I'm focused on myself, getting back into the ring, and proving myself. I'm resolved to seize this new chapter and chance to the fullest." Joshua has spent the last year perfecting his technique and improving his footwork, demonstrating his unwavering drive. He is driven to establish his worth, not just to those who question him, but also to himself. Although Fury's retirement left a gap, it also presented a chance. There are many contenders in the heavyweight class, and the competition for unchallenged supremacy is about to heat up.